What if I told you that the monsters from sailors' nightmares, the ones drawn on ancient maps with warnings like "Here be dragons," were not myths at all? Deep below the ocean's calm surface lies a world stranger and darker than imagination itself, a place where sunlight never reaches, and survival means evolving into something truly alien. From colossal creatures with eyes the size of your head to predators so ancient they outlived the dinosaurs. These are not legends, they're real, and they still live among us. Before we begin, tell me in the comments, where are you watching from, and what time is it for you right now? Because we're about to descend into a part of Earth most humans will never see. Number 10. The giant squid, the real-life kraken. For centuries, sailors told stories of monstrous tentacles rising from the deep, wrapping around entire ships and dragging them into the abyss. Most dismissed these tales as imagination, but then came the proof. The giant squid, once thought to be a myth, turned out to be horrifyingly real. Found thousands of meters below the ocean's surface, these creatures can grow over 43 feet long, with tentacles armed with razor-lined suckers capable of tearing flesh. Their eyes, the largest in the animal kingdom, are nearly the size of basketballs, perfectly designed to spot prey in the blackness of the deep sea. Imagine a creature so large it could stare right at you from the dark, and you'd never even know it was there. What makes the giant squid truly terrifying is not just its size, it's the mystery. No human has ever seen a healthy adult giant squid in its natural environment. The first live footage was captured only in 2012 by Japanese researchers who spent years trying to find it. Even dead, these creatures spark fear. When one washed ashore in New Zealand, locals called it a monster. The thing stretched longer than a bus, its beak large enough to crush a human skull. And what's even wilder, the giant squid has a rival. Deep scars on sperm whales' heads show signs of violent battles, tentacle marks carved into their flesh. Somewhere in the depths, these titans clash, an unseen war between the hunter and the hunted. So maybe, just maybe, the legends of the kraken weren't entirely fiction after all. Number 9. The frilled shark, the living fossil. Next up, we have a creature that looks like it swam straight out of prehistory, the frilled shark, a living fossil that hasn't changed in over 80 million years. It's long, eel-like, and unnervingly flexible, with over 300 needle-sharp teeth arranged in terrifying, backward curved rows. If that doesn't sound unsettling, wait until you see how it hunts. Unlike modern sharks that chase their prey, the frilled shark lurks silently, coiling its body and striking like a snake. It swallows its victim whole, fish, squid, even smaller sharks, pulling them down into its dark spiral of teeth. It lives deep below, up to 5,000 feet underwater, where light doesn't reach. When scientists accidentally caught one off the coast of Japan in 2007, they were stunned. It looked like something from the Jurassic era, gills frilled like a dragon's mane, and a mouth that opens wider than seems possible. Its body moves slowly, almost ghost-like, but when it attacks, it's lightning fast. Watching it feels like witnessing evolution frozen in time, a creature unchanged while the world above transformed completely. Every so often, one washes up near the surface, confusing fishermen and terrifying anyone who sees it. It's a reminder that the deep ocean is a museum of monsters, relics that survived extinction by staying hidden from us. The frilled shark is not big, maybe 6 or 7 feet long, but the fact that it's real, alive, and virtually unchanged for millions of years, that's what makes it haunting. It's proof that prehistoric predators never really disappeared. They just went deeper. Number 8. The colossal squid, the deep-sea titan. If you thought the giant squid was terrifying, meet its even deadlier cousin, the colossal squid. This beast is the largest known invertebrate on Earth. It's heavier, bulkier, and more powerful than any giant squid ever recorded. Some specimens weigh over 1,000 pounds. Its tentacles are equipped not just with suction cups, but with rotating hooks, sharp enough to slice through flesh and bone. Scientists believe the colossal squid can paralyze prey with a single strike, and its eyes. They're the largest eyes ever recorded in any creature, about the size of a human head. Imagine living in a world of complete darkness, where your only defense is being able to see danger before it sees you. The colossal squid's natural enemy is, again, the sperm whale. Many whales have been found scarred with circular wounds, matching the squid's hooked tentacles. It's a brutal underwater war fought miles below the surface, and no one has ever seen it happen live. The first real specimen was discovered in 2007 off Antarctica, caught accidentally by a fishing vessel. When scientists examined it, they realized they were looking at something beyond their expectations: organs the size of barrels, muscles dense as steel, and a brain smaller than a walnut, a creature both powerful and primitive. Even today, no one knows how many exist. Some scientists suggest they could grow even larger, perhaps up to 50 feet long, living so deep that they only rise when injured or dying. If the ocean is a kingdom of monsters, the colossal squid sits on the throne. Number 7. The goblin shark. The vampire of the sea meat, the creature that looks like it swam straight out of a horror movie. The goblin shark, it's often called a living fossil, but its nickname, vampire shark, feels more accurate. With a long, flattened snout and pale pinkish skin that almost looks translucent, this shark resembles a corpse drifting through the water. But what makes it truly terrifying is its jaw. Unlike any other shark, the goblin shark's jaws shoot forward at incredible speed when it attacks, extending out like an alien trap. In slow motion, it looks unreal. One moment its mouth is closed, the next, a nightmare of teeth launches outward, snatching prey in an instant. Scientists say this ancient predator dates back 125 million years, meaning it was already swimming around when dinosaurs still ruled the land. It usually lives over 4,000 feet deep, in total darkness, where the pressure could crush a submarine. Because it rarely comes near the surface, humans almost never encounter it. But when deep-sea trawlers accidentally pull one up, it's a chilling sight. Its long snout, loose skin, and ghostly color make it look like a monster that's never meant to be seen by human eyes. The goblin shark doesn't need to be fast or powerful. Its hunting method is pure ambush. It waits silently until a fish or squid comes close, then launches its jaws like a spring-loaded trap, snatching its victim before it even realizes what happened. It's a reminder that in the ocean's depths, beauty doesn't guarantee survival, but monstrosity often does. Number 6. The oarfish, the real sea serpent. For centuries, sailors told stories of long, silver serpents slithering just beneath the waves. Some said they were omens of disaster. Others swore they saw them rise from the deep before earthquakes and storms. Those sea serpents turned out to be oarfish, one of the strangest and longest bony fish in the world. These ribbon-like creatures can grow up to 36 feet long, with a thin, metallic body and a red crown-like fin running down their spine. When they swim vertically, they look like shimmering spirits rising from the abyss. No wonder ancient sailors thought they were monsters. Oarfish live deep below the surface, sometimes as far down as 3,000 feet, and almost never come up. When they do, it's usually because they're injured or dying, which explains why they often appear near the surface before major seismic activity. In Japan, they're known as Rugu no Tsukai, messengers from the sea god's palace. Some fishermen still believe that seeing one is a bad omen. The first time one washed ashore alive, people couldn't believe their eyes. It had enormous eyes, a body that shimmered like metal, and fins that fluttered like ribbons in slow motion. It didn't look like anything else on Earth, but make no mistake, the oarfish is very real. Scientists have confirmed it's the longest bony fish ever discovered, and its massive size and eerie movements explain countless sea serpent sightings across history. Even now, most of what we know about it comes from rare strandings and deep-sea footage. The ocean floor hides countless others, gliding silently through the blackness. Massive, ghostly reminders that the sea still keeps its secrets. And that was just the beginning. From the giant squids, colossal tentacles, to the eerie oarfish gliding through the abyss, these are the monsters that prove the ocean's legends were based on something real. But we've only scratched the surface. The deeper we go, the stranger it gets, because in the next part, we'll meet creatures that defy logic, beings with transparent bodies, glowing organs, and jaws built to crush steel. You don't want to miss that. Number 5. The gulper eel, the alien of the abyss. There's one creature that looks like it came straight out of a sci-fi horror movie. It's the gulper eel, also known as the pelican eel. It's not big in terms of length, about 6 feet, but what makes it monstrous is its enormous mouth, which can open wide enough to swallow prey larger than itself. When you see it, the first thing you notice is how wrong it looks. a long thin body ending in a giant, balloon-like head with a mouth that opens like a trapdoor. It doesn't have sharp teeth or massive muscles. Instead, it relies on surprise. It floats silently in the darkness, then suddenly expands its mouth like a net, sucking in whatever's unlucky enough to swim close. And here's where it gets even weirder. The gulper eel has a bioluminescent tail that glows pink or red, acting as a lure. It wiggles that glowing light in front of its mouth to attract curious prey, and when they come close, it snaps them up whole. This creature lives at depths of around 9,000 feet, where the pressure is unimaginable and sunlight is non-existent. Down there, almost nothing moves fast except death. Scientists have caught a few on deep-sea cameras, and every time they appear, people can't believe they're real. The way they open their mouths, it's like watching a nightmare unfold in slow motion. It doesn't roar, it doesn't chase, it simply waits in silence, blending into the black. A patient predator that turns the emptiness of the deep into its greatest weapon. If aliens ever visited Earth, they wouldn't need to invent monsters. The gulper eel already exists. Number 4, the giant isopod, the deep sea. Armored tanky. Imagine a cockroach the size of a small dog crawling along the ocean floor. That's not a joke. It's a real creature known as the giant isopod. These creepy crustaceans can grow up to 2.5 feet long, with a tough exoskeleton and multiple spiny legs. They look almost identical to the small pill bugs you see on land, except they're pale, enormous, and live in total darkness, scavenging for the dead. The giant isopod spends most of its life wandering the cold, dark seabed 7,000 feet below the surface, searching for anything it can eat. Whale carcasses, fish, squid, even the remains of other isopods. When food is rare, it can survive for years without eating, slowing its metabolism to almost nothing. But when it finds a meal, it feasts until its body swells, sometimes so much it can barely move afterward. What makes it so unsettling is how familiar it looks. You can't help but recognize its shape, but seeing it blown up to this size, crawling through the deep like a mechanical insect, triggers something ancient in the human mind. There's even video of researchers finding them inside deep-sea traps, massive, motionless, alien-looking bugs clinging to metal cages, their beady black eyes staring through the dark. They're not aggressive, but they don't need to be. They're survivors, armored, patient, and ancient. Proof that evolution doesn't always need beauty to succeed. Sometimes, being a monster works just fine. Number 3, the black dragonfish, the glowing predator in the deep sea, where sunlight never reaches. Some creatures make their own light. The black dragonfish is one of the most haunting examples. It's a slender, jet black predator, about a foot long, but don't let its size fool you. It's one of the most advanced hunters in the abyss. Its body is covered in bioluminescent organs that glow faintly in the darkness, like stars in space. But its most terrifying feature is invisible light. It produces infrared bioluminescence that only it can see. That means it can light up the water around it without other creatures noticing, giving it a massive hunting advantage. Its teeth are long, transparent, and razor sharp, perfect for ambushing prey. And get this, female dragonfish grow to be much larger than males, with barb-like fishing rods hanging from their chins that glow to attract food. Males don't even have functional stomachs. They live only long enough to mate, then die. It's a brutal life, ruled entirely by survival and hunger. When scientists first brought one to the surface, they were shocked by its alien beauty. Translucent jaws, glowing organs, and skin so dark it almost disappears in the water. It's like a living shadow with teeth. The black dragonfish reminds us that the deep ocean doesn't need size to be terrifying. Sometimes, the most dangerous monsters are the ones you never see coming. Number 2. The fangtooth fish, the deep-sea demon. The name alone sounds menacing, and it fits perfectly. The fangtooth fish looks like something straight from a nightmare. It's small, only about 6 inches long, but its teeth are the largest in proportion to body size of any fish on Earth. So big that when it closes its mouth, it has special pockets in its skull to keep them from piercing its brain. Its body is rough, armored, and scarred from collisions and fights in the dark. Its massive jaws give it a permanent snarl, as if it's frozen mid-attack. The fangtooth lives more than 16,000 feet deep, in one of the most extreme environments on the planet. Down there, food is scarce, light doesn't exist, and pressure is crushing. Yet somehow, it thrives. It uses a combination of electrical sensing and smell to detect prey in total darkness. When it strikes, it's pure speed and precision, a flash of jaws, and the prey is gone. What's fascinating is that despite its demonic appearance, the fangtooth is not aggressive toward divers or other large animals. It's just built for survival in a place where only the toughest can exist. Scientists have even caught them near the surface at night, possibly following warm currents. Imagine swimming in the ocean at sunset and seeing that face rise from below, eyes black as coal, teeth longer than your fingers. The fangtooth proves that evolution doesn't care about how terrifying something looks, only that it works. And in the crushing black of the deep ocean, this little monster has mastered survival. Number 1. The deep-sea anglerfish, the true face of the abyss here. It is the undisputed queen of sea monsters. The deep-sea anglerfish is one of the most terrifying, fascinating, and bizarre creatures ever discovered. You've probably seen its image before, a hideous, round body with needle-sharp teeth and a glowing lure dangling from its head. But seeing it in real life is something else entirely. It lives more than 6,000 feet below the surface, where it's pitch dark, freezing cold, and the pressure would crush a human instantly. Yet here, this creature rules. The anglerfish's glowing lure, called an esca, is filled with bioluminescent bacteria that it uses to attract prey. It wiggles the light like a worm, luring smaller fish close enough to strike. And when it attacks, there's no escape. Its jaws can expand to swallow prey twice its own size. But the anglerfish's horror doesn't stop there. Its mating system is one of the strangest in the animal kingdom. When a male finds a female, he bites into her body, fuses with her skin, and literally becomes part of her, sharing her bloodstream while losing his eyes, fins, and organs. He becomes a living attachment, existing only to fertilize her eggs. It's as disturbing as it is fascinating. A creature that turns love into parasitism. The anglerfish is so well adapted to its dark world that scientists still know very little about it. Some species are tiny, others massive, and many have never been photographed alive. Every discovery feels like finding a piece of another planet. Its terrifying appearance inspired countless movie monsters, from Finding Nemo's nightmare scene to real-life documentaries that still can't fully capture its eerie grace. Anglerfish is the face of the abyss, the ultimate proof that nature doesn't just invent monsters for stories. It creates them for survival. So there you have it, 10 real-life sea monsters that prove our oceans are far more mysterious, powerful, and alien than we could ever imagine. From the giant squid that inspired sailor legends to the anglerfish lurking in total darkness, every one of these creatures shows that nature's imagination outmatches ours. And here's the truth: we've only explored less than 5% of the ocean. That means 95% remains completely unseen, untouched, and unknown. For all we know, even larger and stranger beings are still hiding below, waiting. So next time you look out at the sea, remember what you see on the surface is nothing compared to what lies beneath.